Hi everyone, I'm Lisa, and today we're talking about chores and specifically how to get your toddler to get involved and enjoy doing the chores around the house with you. So generally, toddlers love chores. I don't know about yours, but mine do. I've got two little girls. There they are in the picture. My 2-year-old, she probably prefers doing chores than my older one, who's 3.5. And I think it certainly is an age thing. They just kind of, at 2 years old, they love doing everything where they can help you and where they can learn new things and prove that they can do these awesome things. By 3.5, they're like, yeah, I know my colors, I know stuff. And yeah, they call them 3-nagers, I believe. Have you got a 3-nager? I do, certainly I do. Anyway, so let's have a look at how we can use this time, this short period of time in their lives where they actually do want to help us around the house, to our advantage, and actually to their advantage too, because chores are one of the best ways to develop skills in our kids. And I've written a blog post about this, and I'll link to it where you can find all the information about that and specifically how to develop specific skills using specific chores. Okay, very specific. So you can check that out in the description below. But let's have a look at these 10 quick tips to help you and me to get our toddlers to actually enjoy doing chores with us. All right, number 1, I would say, is to choose chores and parts of chores that you know your child can do. So setting them up for success is what we want to do here. What is the goal? The goal for doing chores is not only to develop their skills, but to actually build their self-esteem as well. So we want to choose things that they can actually do. So choosing age-appropriate chores that you know your child can do, and you know your child will be able to help with. All right, that's the first one. Step number 2, or tip number 2, would be to let them help with one thing while you're doing something else. So I do this a lot in the kitchen when I'm like cooking something, or when I'm cleaning. Let's do the dishes. Let's talk about dishes. If I'm unpacking the dishwasher, I might get them to take out the plastic items and stack those while I do, the glass items or the ceramic items. Also, laundry is a great one. So while you hang up the more complicated items, they can kind of throw their little pants and their shirts and stuff over the small line, or pull down towels while you take down the more complicated things. So it shows them how to work together on task and to use a bit of teamwork to do things that we're able to do to the best of our ability. Right, number 3, I would say, is to not enlist their help when you are not ready for it. Now, there are days when you just want to get stuff done. I get that. I totally get that. Where it's not about developing your child's skills. You just need to get the dishes done, or the food cooked, or the laundry folded, and you can't be bothered to let them help you. So instead of asking them to help during that time, just don't. Okay, because if they mess it up, or if they take too long, or they drag their heels about it, it's going to frustrate you. So give it up. Don't enlist their help in that moment. Do it another time when you're more patient. That's okay. We all need that little bit of grace in our lives where we just say to ourselves, I'm not doing that right now, and find something better. All right, step number 4 is to show your children how to do the task. So this is really important the younger they are, and as you teach them new skills and new tasks, show them how to do it, model it for them, and then slowly but surely you can take your help away a little bit and let them do it on their own. And that we call scaffolding in education, when we kind of really support them in the beginning, and then slowly but surely we allow them to do things on their own. And yeah, that's really important for them to be able to do that. Number 5 is when they don't do it properly and they mess it up somehow, or they make a bigger mess than when they were trying to clean it up, don't immediately correct them or redo it for them. So my oldest, she folded some clothes for me the other day, and they probably needed an iron again after she had folded them, let's be honest, but she did a really good job, and she was so proud of herself for being able to fold these clothes. Look, mommy, I folded the shirts. So I encouraged her. And did I redo it? Yes. Not immediately, not while she was looking. I folded them again later. But she really needed to know that what she had done was a really good job. So don't just correct them straight away. Let's build their self-esteem a little bit. Let's show them they can actually do these tasks. And you can redo it later. All right. If they need to learn how to do it again, and you need to show them the steps, then that's fine. But do it in a way that kind of encourages them and builds them up as well. All right, number 6 is to stay positive about chores. This is a hard one, I know, because you and I don't love it completely. But if we tell them it's hateful to do chores, then they are going to grow up hating doing chores as well. So let's try and stay positive as much as we can about it. All right, number 7 is to be super patient and gracious. So like I said earlier, these tasks will be quite a challenge for some of them. And some of the tasks are harder than others, and especially when they're learning something new. Give them some grace, be patient with them, let them mess up, let them try again, show them again how to do it so that they can learn from those things. Number 8, try to make it fun. So kids will do anything if they're having fun doing it. So whatever you can, if you need them to clean up their rooms, if you need them to help you with something else, try to make it fun. And especially as they get older, they love competition. So if you can make it that, like, whoever's room gets cleaned faster gets a reward, then maybe you'll get things done a little faster. All right, number 9 is to check your timing. Now, this is a super important one. Check your timing of when you ask your child to help you with something. If you have a toddler, you completely understand what I'm saying here. They are very sensitive to timing. So, and I guess we are too, if we're actually honest with ourselves. There are times when we are just tired and frustrated and it's not going to work. And it's the same with these little people of ours as well. So instead of asking them when they're tired, if it's right before bedtime or right after they wake up, if they're hungry, those are terrible times to ask them to do anything. So just don't. Rather wait a while, find where their time, frame is that they will be happier and more willing to assist, rather than trying to force them to do it when they are not in a space to do it at all. So you will have a much happier home. I know we've had to do that as well, kind of just step back and be like, you know what, it's not going to get done now. It's not worth fighting about. Let it go. We'll do it again later. All right, and the last step I have, or the last tip I have for you, is to be generous with praise. So I kind of alluded to this earlier, but our aim is to build their confidence and to build their self-esteem through this. And so when they do something right, especially if they do it spontaneously, don't you love that? When they take the books and they put them on the shelf by themselves without being asked to do it. It rarely happens, but when it does, praise your child, okay? Tell them what a great job they're doing. They need to know that, like, this is actually something that they accomplished and they can be proud of it. So you want to do that. And I have a really great resource for you that you can use that I've created for you. Let me show you what it looks like. Okay, so I called it the Toddler Chore Kit, which you can download. I'll leave the link below, and you can find it in the blog post as well. It's got a list of chores that your child can do in different rooms. So the bedroom, the bathroom, living room, laundry, out in the garden. I've given a list of different chores that your toddler can accomplish and can do. And then the second page has a list of the skills that they can learn by doing those chores. Okay, so we'll focus on this in a different video, which you can have a look at. These are things like your gross motor skills. How does chores help build the gross motor skills? You can check it out on this page. And then finally, and this is what I want to talk about in terms of encouraging your child, is the chore reward chart. Okay, so on this chart, it's really simple, so you can use it however you like with your child, and you can use it as age appropriately as possible with your child. So maybe your little one is really small and all they can do in terms of the bedroom is pick up some of their toys. They can't make the bed yet. They can't help with sweeping or anything like that. That's fine. So whatever your chores are for these different rooms or these different areas, the pictures relate to the different rooms or areas in the house. You set out what the chore is that the child can do, and then you can track it. You don't have to do every single day. You can say, okay, bedroom is for Monday, and for Tuesday we do laundry, for Wednesday we do something else. You can decide how you want to use it with your family. But that's a great way to get them to get involved and feel like they're accomplishing something. I would never say use chores as a punishment. That is something that is really important, but you can definitely reward them for when they do get it right, and that will encourage them a lot. All right, so those are the 10 tips. last thing I want to say is to remember what your goal is in doing chores with your child. If your goal is to try and get the house clean and tidied in a quicker time and get their assistance, you're probably not going to accomplish that goal. Okay, toddlers are very little and they have a lot of things to learn, and things go slow for them sometimes. Sometimes they're really fast and sometimes they're really slow, and that's okay because they're really small and they're growing and they're learning. So if your goal is to teach them some new skills, some life skills, to develop some of their developmental skills that they're going to need, if your goal is to bond with them through that time, then yes, you will accomplish those goals as you work with them and do their chores. So I hope this has been helpful for you today. If it has, leave a thumbs up down below, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel as well. And then, as I said previously, the links to the blog post with a complete list of chores and skills will be below, as well as the freebie. So you're welcome to download that and use it as you can with your family. I'd love to hear how you are using it. And I would love to hear in the comments below what chores your kids love to do. So let me know, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.